Hi guys, Sasha from netbooknews.com with the Asus ePad Transformer Prime, the very first quad-core tablet that is available on the market. It's based on the NVIDIA Tegra 3 platform. Actually, it's a 5-core tablet because we also have this additional application core that supports browsing and video playback and whatever when you don't need as much performance as a quad-core device would offer you. It comes pre-installed with Android Honeycomb 3.2.1, but it will get an ice cream sandwich update, a global ice cream sandwich update on the 12th of January. That means in about 8 days after I did this video. So what I would like to do right now is just giving you a little overview of the features of the Prime and of its performance while doing just everyday tasks like browsing the web and doing some videos and whatever, or actually video playback. So let's take a look at it. What you see already, I wouldn't say I customized it, but I've been downloading a bunch of benchmarks, and you can also take a look at our benchmark roundup of the Transformer Prime. So what you notice immediately is it's very zippy on the desktop. If you compare this to an ordinary, whatever ordinary means, let's say a Tegra 2 tablet running Android Honeycomb 3.2, that's definitely a huge performance improvement. Let's take a look at the pre-installed apps. They're all down here. That's how they're shipping it. Browser, YouTube camera, all the stuff that you know about. But then there is Supernote, which is a software from Asus, where you can not only take, okay, let's just start a new page, where you can not only use your keyboard to take notes. By the way, I still think that the virtual keyboard from Asus is one of the best keyboards on Honeycomb or on, of course, also ice cream sandwich devices, because the keys are big enough to easily really hit them. Oh, and you see it also comes now with a swipe capability. That's very nice. Plus it also has this number row, which I really like, because you don't need to switch back and forward if you want to type in some passwords or whatever. Okay, let's get rid of the keyboard again. So you can use it to take notes, but you can also scribble on it. Look at this. Very responsive, very fast, and actually this is it recognizes your, well, no, it doesn't recognize it, but at least it looks like that, as if you would write a letter. There you go. Pretty cool, isn't it? And of course you can also insert pictures, animation, you can take pictures, you can do a voice recording, you can do a video capture. So yeah, that's a nice little software that Asus is offering here. And over here you can see a couple of slides that are explaining you how you can use it. So if you just want to do some quick notes and you're not using your Transformer Prime with a docking station, I think the Supernote is a fantastic way to do that. Plus, of course, over here you can also share by email. And as soon as you're installing different apps like Facebook and whatever, you can also share it. Google Plus, whatever. Okay, on the second screen we have some more software from Asus. Well, first of all, what you notice here are these widgets. We have a weather widget, which is unfortunately not bringing you to any bigger application where you can see forecasts or whatever. And we have a little widget for notifications for emails, for calendar, and if you are getting new books in your MyZine application. And here I just that's a good question now. Makes me kind of speech. I don't even know what it is. That looks more like a kind of commercial. This connects you to the Asus Vibe database where you can stream music. We're going to take a look at this some later. And MyZine is pretty much like an ebook reader. Just takes a while, obviously. That shouldn't be a problem of my... Oh no, actually it is just connecting now to my gallery, which seems kind of weird. Well, at least I can show you a picture that I took over here at a shop. That's how Christmas in Taiwan looks like. Okay, you know what, let's go back and let's take a look at the other applications. We have MyNet, which helps you to get your content onto, for example, a TV set or a different computer using DNA. And I can also stream things here because I have a chunky media. Forget about the video thing. I would definitely recommend using the BS player because it can run each and every codec. Obviously MyNet has been always crashing as soon as I try to use some video files from a NAS. At least music is working out, as you can tell. And you know what, this is just a single speaker, a mono speaker, which kind of sucks in my opinion. Okay, it was too obvious. It's the bar down here. Just open it like this and there you go. Anyways, I'm not so sure about this, tell you that. Okay, here we have the MyCloud, My Content, My Desktop. You're getting, I think it was like 5 gigabytes or whatever at Asus. Oh no, it's 8 gigabyte storage space. So what you can do is basically setting up a kind of Dropbox clone on your ePad Transformer Prime. I stick with Dropbox, I tell you that. Maps, places. It also comes with a file manager, as you can see over here. And there we go, I have the 32 gigabyte version and I have about 25 gigabyte available right now. And there are shortcuts to music and pictures and everything, so that's quite decent. Okay, here we have the settings and that's about it. Let's head over to the apps. It comes with a pre-installed global from NVIDIA, just to give you an idea about the graphic performance of it. And what I would love to show you is this eVibe Music or AdVibe Music, which is a music streaming service. And due to the fact that I'm based in Taiwan, of course I'm getting Taiwanese music. So who is it going to be? Oh, so going for you. Let's give it a shot. So this takes a while to buffer. And here we go. Alisa. I can't hear anything. Ah. You know what? Responsive is something else, but not this. Alpeo is offering also a nice Android application that you can find in the Android market. It's a kind of Spotify thing, but they are global. That means they also have all these different regional artists in there. So check it out on the Android marketplace. I think it's pretty cool. It's like $20 for a lifetime license. Yeah, let's go back to the apps. Let's take a look at the browser, because this is something we are all interested in. How is the browser performance doing? Let's go to the Asus global side. That's not too bad. Yeah, you know what? Here we go. That's the one. And to be honest, well, it's a pretty short one. How about going to the Google News site? Which is set to Taiwan right now. Oh, come on. Here we go. Now let's set it to the US. Gosh, I hate this. Hey Google, you're doing Android. Could you please make sure that this is easier to use? Anyways, here we go. Recent news. Oh, that was a little bit sluggish. What I like is here this huge bar on the side to easily scroll up and down. But what you can see is, in terms of rendering, I wouldn't say that this is a huge improvement compared to Tegra 2. Let's do a pinch to zoom. Can you see that? You know what the biggest problem is right now? It's just running on this application core, this 1 GHz application core, this 5th core of the Tegra 3 platform, and I think that's the biggest problem here right now. That's why we can't see a real improvement when you're browsing the web compared to a Tegra 2 tablet. What about the accelerometer? Let's give it a shot here. Oops. Hey, it's still alive. Yeah, what can I... Yeah, as I told you already, you see that, right? I'm not really convinced by the browser performance. I just don't like it at all. If I compare this to my Acer Iconia Tab A500 with a custom ROM, that's even slower. So, yeah. I hope they can figure that out and they can fix it with an ice cream sandwich update. What we also might want to check out is, but I can tell you already that this is not going to work at all, because again, this is running on this one core. I'm heading over to YouTube to try some 720p or 1080p playback. Okay. Nah. Come on. Here we go. 1080p. And I tell you what, it's so not gonna work out. I'm always using this avatar. Here again. This is just... Guys, could you please fix the software? Okay, here we go. I'm sure that Adobe Flash is pre-installed. I think that was even Adobe Flash Player 11. Well, 360p should be a piece of cake, of course. Let's immediately head over to 480p.
You Jake Sully?
Okay.
I'd like to talk to you about a fresh start on a new world.
You know what? I wouldn't even call this 30 frames. Let's go to 720p. Now it's getting interesting. Expect a slideshow. No!
I became a Marine for the hardship. I told myself I could pass any test.
Actually, 720p works just fine. Let's go full screen here. And there you can see this bleeding again. I hate that.
You are not in Kansas anymore.
That looks great.
You're on Pandora.
You should see your faces.
We have an
Okay.
indigenous population called the Na'vi.
1080p as
They
the
are
final
very hard
frontier.
to kill.
And now it's slideshow time. Well, and
DNA.
it's obviously time for a faster internet.
And then after
Oh, that wasn't looking so bad. It's definitely time for a faster internet for me, I tell you that. Okay, because now I'm on a 13 Mbit connection.
Avatar body. That's a potent mix.
So, let's pre-buffer it a little bit more, but, well, maybe I've been completely wrong. And this can handle now 1080p flash videos. That would be amazing. Even though I would still prefer to use just the YouTube application, right? Okay. Let's give it another shot. Here we go.
You get me what I need, I'll see to it you get your legs back. Your real legs.
Hell yeah, sir. Looks like you. This is your avatar.
Here we go. That's pretty decent, isn't it? So let's make sure that this is... Oh, oops. Let's go back here. Here we go. Let's refresh it. And go back to the beginning. So I can show this some later in an additional video. Anyways, browser performance, it seems like Adobe Flash 1080p is no problem at all, but the whole scrolling and the pinch to zoom and the accelerometer when it's switching the screen from portrait into landscape mode and back, you know, that feels kind of sluggish, and I'm not a real friend of this. What else do we have here? Of course we have all these amazing games, but I think the best way for you to experience this is just go back to our game performing benchmark. I'm just showing you a very quick one. That's a demo from NVIDIA that shows you how it's using all the four cores. Over here you can see it, now it's running on 2 cores. And here comes the 3rd core. Hey, where's core number 4, please? There we go. So you see now this game is just taking advantage of all these 4 cores. Well, actually it's not a game, it's more like a graphic demo, right? So that works for sure, and there are some amazing games like Shadowgun and Riptide GP, and you can get them all on the NVIDIA Tegra Zone. One last thing, I did a Sunspider JavaScript benchmark, and it scored 1830 milliseconds. That's not too bad, that's about 20% faster than the Tegra 2 platform. 20-25%, and that's about it. You know, all the other pre-installed apps, you have an app backup over here, an app locker. The app backup is pretty cool. That's an Asus application, I really like it. I'm sure that I don't need to show you the email application. It's been the same on like on all the other Honeycomb tablets that you've seen before. I'm using Gmail anyways. We also have this My Library over here, which is yeah, a kind of ebook reader. Let's open this to show you how that works, and it's also connected to this Asus Vibe service. I wonder why there's no animation anymore. Here we go. So that looks pretty decent, right? Even though that I'm not a huge friend of reading books on a tablet with a backlight LED. Let's see if we can also connect to the Asus Vibe. There you go. Now it's connecting to the Asus weband, and then you can buy all kinds of different books that are all Chinese. And over here we have the press reader, where you can just download magazines and newspapers and everything. And of course, due to the fact that I'm in Taiwan, it's a little bit different from me. Oh, no, actually, I'm getting international newspapers, so let's give it a shot here. Let's see how it looks like. I'm afraid to say that this looks pretty much like just a scanned issue of all these different magazines. And yeah, I think that's it pretty much. We have also this navigation here. The problem was Asus has some weird problems with the GPS signal of this device due to the fact that it is so thin and that it's using this aluminum case, and it seems like they almost gave up on this. They are not even listing the feature GPS on the spec sheet anymore, and they apologized on their Facebook that GPS pretty much sucks on the NVIDIA Tegra 3 Asus Prime or Transformer Prime. Anyways, let's not wait for this magazine. It's just a magazine or an ebook reader. I think the important things are how is the performance in the browser, how is the performance on the desktop, and that is really pretty good. The performance on the browser is kind of sluggish, but it runs 1080p, which is amazing for a mobile device using a flash codec. So it is right now the fastest tablet out there. It's a pretty cool device, it's slim, it's perfectly built, and it's great for gaming and multimedia. This is the new Asus Transformer